I'm Alex DelSordo, and with me today is Shane Farmer, and we are talking about breakdowns of brackets. This is the Open Men. Shane, welcome to the show. Introduce yourself.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Shane Farmer and started Dark Horse Rowing, and we're basically just the world's largest rowing resource. We start primarily in the indoor side, and that's kind of where we focus. So if you want to learn how to use the indoor rowing machine as a training tool, or you're a coach who wants to learn to teach your clients better how to use the rower, that's where we come in.
Perfect. Now, dude, we are talking about Open Men, and I'm a fanboy, okay? Like, I'm going to geek out here. This is insane. We have a world record holder, 17 years old, a beast, 6'9", 240, whatever he is. This kid's a beast. He's going up against the best single sculler in the world, Ali Zeiler from Germany. Predictions? What do you think's going to happen here?
How do you even predict an event like this? You couldn't mold a better rower out of clay than what you're getting with Harrison here. True. Yes, true. But if you're just talking pure physical specimen, like that size, that weight, like what more could you ask for in a human and trying to make them a rower?
Right.
This is a complete toss-up. This is just, it's like Ford versus Chevy. I mean, you just like there's a great competition to be had here. But if I like, how do you make a pick?
It's so.
Where's your pick in this?
Well, I'm going to tell you. So, like Ford versus Ferrari. I saw the movie. I love it. Ford versus Ferrari. You got this young, kind of naive, kind of silly boy, 17, who knows no better, right? Like, he doesn't know any better, and his parents train him. He's an absolute animal, and he's used to rowing on the erg by himself. Like, that is his DNA. Whereas Ali Zeiler, a guy that's been rowing for 3 or 4 years, a swimmer, elite. I mean, he's an Olympic level athlete. Yep. So if I had them in a boat, Ali Zeiler wins all day long. But on an erg, I'm going Isaiah Harrison. I'm going, like, I'm telling you right now, Isaiah's in the finals. Like,
you hit on a good point. When you don't know better, you can do some incredible things. Incredible. When when you don't have any expectations set for what's possible, it's pretty incredible what you can rock out.
Now, again, you were in Budapest. There's a difference between competition of being next to each other and then in a different world, right? Mm-hmm. So I think if Ali Zeidler is next to this young little boy, right, and they're head to head and there's 300 meters to go, Ali's going to win no matter what. But again, you're by yourself in your room. Mm-hmm. The motivation to win, I think, is in Isaiah's hands. Like, I just think he takes this one.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that. Because you just can't, how do you test that? How do you know that ahead of time? I personally haven't seen Isaiah in person competing. Like, I haven't seen him line up next to somebody else. So I don't know what his qualifications are when he's got that person breathing down his neck. And when it comes to really throttling up or down based off how the competition is going, I don't know. We're going to have to see how it plays out.
But he's 17, Shane. He's 17. He's not even close to peak performance.
Right. And we'll see. We're going to have to see on that.
Like, you're just like a fan. So the other guy on the other side of the bracket, we got some interesting things playing out. We have the Jones brothers from Baltimore. Now, I'm wearing the crest, okay? Baltimore, go BRC. But those guys, like, for example, he's 6'7", 215. So a beast, right? Mm-hmm. And everyone in our Elite 8 or damn near close have gone sub 121 for the 1 minute all out. This is the 608. And we got Clark Dean. Now, I don't know if you know Clark Dean, but Clark Dean rowed for Sarasota. He's been rowing a very long time. He's a young guy. He's 20 years old. Rows for Harvard. And some deem him like the LeBron James of rowing, okay? Because he became very famous very quickly.
So we're in GOAT status here?
We're talking like this guy came out of left field, okay? And like medals at the World Championships in the single in junior worlds, first time it's ever been done in the US. And he goes to Harvard, and now he's training for the Olympics this cycle at the age of 20. And he reminds me of some of these guys in the UK where, like, they become world famous at 20. So you got to think about this guy who's been rowing for 10 years, Harvard, Olympic level. Like, my money is on him being in the Final Four. So I want to do Final Four predictions, okay?
Okay.
I'm going Isaiah Harrison, Clark Dean, Jack Trimble, I love this guy. He's hilarious. He's like a mountain man, wears overalls and stuff. And then Paul Marcy, a Marine, total badass, and he's been at the world level, the world championship level. Give me your 4 prediction.
Okay. I'm going to go Dean versus Marcy.
Like that. Yep.
Okay. We're going to go there. I'm going to go Harrison. And I'm going to say this one's purely based off of performance in the last round. I'm going to say Craig on this one.
Oh yeah. See, I knew you were going to do that.
I had to.
Yeah, we have to have some difference here. All right.
Yes.
Well, now, you've heard it here, folks. There's our Final Four prediction. And I just want to round this out. Let's see. Clark Dean, world champion. Isaiah Harrison, world record holder, 17 years old. Jack Trimble, we know nothing about, but the dude's just hilarious and a beast. Yeah. And we have a Marine who raced at the World Cup. Plus, still in the mix, I love that we did not say Ali Zeiler's moving on. He's a world champion singles sculler.
Yeah, you got to look at how the bracket's set up. You know, the cards are going to fall the way they're going to fall. And sometimes you're going to catch, you're going to get the short straw in a draw like this. And depending on how things play out, I mean, had it not been those two against each other, I think we'd all be sitting here saying that Ollie would be taking it against almost anybody else.
I agree. And I think if I'm Ollie, I'm not sleeping very well at night knowing that a 17-year-old is going to beat me.
Knowing that there are things on the line, and especially he's going to be watching this for sure. You know that this conversation is going to have a big impact on his performance.
Well, that is it for us here, the Open Men's Breakdown. Shane Farmer, thank you for joining me again.
Thanks for having me.